I know what my hair looks like when I fall asleep with it wet, compact. Well, I was very weirded out that section thought um, that white people are being discriminated against um, because of their because of race problems that we have here. That it's we don't have a race problem uh, with people of color, but it's the white people that are getting racially profiled. I guess it's the white people that are getting pulled over as they go to the store. Uh, on their way to the store, and the car get pulled over and killed because they got a tail light out. The main thing with the colleges that are majority white seems to me the problem is that when they have out of town people from out of the country come in, yeah, they will. Yeah, then maybe a white person might lose their slot, and since they come from other countries, they could be any color because, like, if they're from France, they'll be French. It's not like if you're from America, you'd be like, oh, this is an African American, this is a Caucasian, this is a American, what are they, Latin American? Um, you know, what I'm saying? In America, everybody has a nice label, nice cargo, like nice, nothing nice about it. But other countries, like, you're just, if you're British, you're British. I've never heard of them say, I'm African British, because it just sounds so stupid. I can't believe that our black churches and our black leaders went along with something that sounds so ignorant. And then you end up with, like, what my Aunt Laura Lee, may she rest in peace, will call educated fools, you know. And I think that's where we're at. Um, I think that it says some things that white people are being racially discriminated against, that maybe because they could always relocate to Switzerland, but I don't think the reality of what he says is the truth. Or there's no reality in what Sessions says. There's no truth in what he says. Um, he's just grossly mistaken, and he knows. He thinks it's a joke. He probably thinks, "Oh, black people don't have it that bad." Racist people think that. It doesn't really matter what Sessions says or think. But the reality of it is that um, President Trump is talking about just sending in people with certain type of educational level, because I'm sorry, white America, you're not keeping up with the technology that you stole when you came here. Because if you look at pre-Europe, before they um, I want to say extinct most of the Americans, culture that was here previous, wildlife, natives, even plants. So after they they came over here and did a massive slaughtering and murdering of the natives here, and of their food supply, um, because the queen should own all the food, right? Uh, eh, then all the ones you got the technology for steam engines, you got the technology for cars, you got the technology for lights, you got the technology for phones. None of this shit you had before in Europe. You got it from stealing from America, from North and South America, from the Americas, from the natives, you know, and the people that stole the knowledge, they never earned the knowledge. They never worked for it. Sure, they was able to look in some books and But because of a lot of the history that the white people project onto America is a lie. Just like Session is a lie. If he thinks, that white people have a less advantage in college, enrollment especially because of the hue of their color, he's, he's living in a fantasy world. He's living in a, you know what I'm saying? Um, we might be able to send him somewhere where he could feel the racist hate, you know. Let him spend 5 minutes with me. I will point out to everything that I dislike about him because of his color and his attitude. And he couldn't use none up in this house. Matter of fact, he can't step up on this property. I don't want, um, have you ever seen those people with hepatitis? They have a white shit. I don't want white shit up here. I don't know. Because when, some of these white folks, when they came up here, they had the chicken pox, they had the syphilis, they had um, shit, every disease that you could think of. These people, if you take one of these white people, you can take anybody in the United States, and you take them down to where people in South America have never been around people. Those people will be dead in 24 hours or 21 days, depending on what type of contact and how much. But they're gonna die. This is what white Caucasian people brought to the world. This is what they think their power is. This is why they think, because like they experimented. Like I was reading some documentary, rather watching, um, and about a guy in Africa. But anyway, and he's just chopping up. They're just chopping up monkey liver, and not really draining it anyway. And so like naturally, and they're using to stop polio, so they're using the same pretty much couple of needles with everybody. So of course you're gonna come across somebody with syphilis. Syphilis was brought to Africa by Caucasian people, maybe i.e. he, because here you are, that's what they were doing was if they wasn't killing animals or putting animals in zoos, they were killing the natives. If they weren't killing them, they was putting them in forced work. You know, um, slavery. Today is called low wages. There in Africa. Um, and you had the missionaries, the church people coming also that and you could just look at their record. They were raping children. And in modern day time, you could just look at the Vatican today. They just had in modern time today, and they just had somebody up high in the Vatican had to sort of resign so he could go and face charges of raping children, and they get away with it for like 3 decades. You know. But we don't want to destroy this grown person's life. Let's destroy the child's life. So, when they get grown, we can say, well, look, you know, look at them. They got issues. But, and I think that's the problem with the GOP. I guess they think that black people are saying, oh, well, I'm being discriminated against as some way like we're being narcissistic as they are and causing pain, and anguish to that white minority group just for our giggles, for our sexual appetite. It might be seeing, this person suffer unduly, this person, being treated uh, um, in such an inhumane way because of their hue. Yeah, that's what black people do. Black people have a definite fault in not striking out at the ones that are striking them. You know, um, it's like a lot of those studies they were doing with, parent and child. The father comes home, he gets shit from work, you know, the food is 15 minutes out from being cooked. He needs to hop in the fucking shower anyway, but there ain't no food on the table, right? So you beat the fuck out of the wife and tell her, when I come in this house, I want food on the table. And he's not going to be coming home exactly the same time because, maybe he has to cash his check or, traffic or, you know, his buddies, want to, hang out and talk for, 15, 20 minutes after work or something. So his time is going to be erratic. So you have so you never know. It's a guessing game with that, right? So the child never knows when the mom is going to strike out on. A good example is I know this family that had 6 girls. The father wanted a boy, the mother's pregnant. Father wanted a boy. Father goes to work that day. The mom has the baby. She has another girl. And he's like, this is, he was telling her before he leaves, you know how men think they can really, control women? Yeah, that better be a boy. That better be a boy. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like they're a 6-year-old or an 8-year-old. You have to deal with, our whole life with this adult man. It's more like, how a 6-year-old is like, all the ones 6 and 7 and 8-year-old, they, I've had people like, they think their kid's a genius at those age because, they have learned 8 years worth or 6 years worth, whatever it is, worth of stuff, and now they're applying it. And that seems like where some men get stuck at. And they always say you get stuck at where the first time somebody sexually abused you. So anyway, so you got those guys like me, this is my, and you better do this. That type of shit. I'm the boss type of attitude. So, I'm the boss. I went to, it don't matter if the lady works 40 hours a week too. She's expected to cook and clean. You know what I'm saying? The man, he works those 40 hours a week. He's tired. He needs to go in his man cave. So, anyway, so you have all this type of abuse on top of abuse on top of abuse, that's put on the woman, that's put on people of different hues, like by the job that they have to have. I have plenty of experience in this type of stuff, you know. And then once they think you're down, that's when really they like to attack. They like a bunch of wow. White people, they just come like a bunch of wow, screaming. Well, not really screaming, but wow, making noise. Mm-mm-mm. Monkeys. You know, like those white, those monkeys that have a real white face. They just got a lot of hair. If you ever notice white people that have a lot of hair, they have a lot of hair on their arm, hairy legs. The men have hairy backs and they have hair on their chest and that little stomach region. And they can grow a lot of hair on their face. If you see, I remember seeing in the beach a man like that. He had long, luxurious hair on his arm and his legs and his back. And I remember thinking, there's the fucking Sasquatch. You're looking for the missing link. That's it. And another time there was an Arab. And that man, not only was he really hairy, but the way his legs, the knees were almost backwards sometimes when he walked. I'm like, this motherfucker is a minute from a monkey. But, that's not that's not the propaganda. Propaganda is black people look like monkeys. Like, I ain't never seen no monkey. I ain't never seen no chimpanzee or gorilla with an afro. White people have close to that hair. So, whatever. And, chimpanzees don't wake up after they had pillow sleep with their hair wet with a compact afro. Okay? It just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Boing! So, Zeshan is there now projecting the hate that he puts on to black people. He's trying to put that onto white people. That it's white America that is being white people that are being discriminated against. Hard for me to say that. You know what I'm saying? All I want to say is that Session, you know, I think the Russians love you. I think you do an excellent job of causing a bigger ripple. I think that the China probably loves you too. I don't know which lobbyists you get money from, but sometimes I think that that some of the racist people are listening to people that are intentionally trying to destroy America. Because the problem now is when the people from out of the country come in to register for schools here, they pay more. Yeah, they'll kick a Caucasian kid off for somebody that's going to be an engineer because we need engineers here because our schools are not pumping it out. So I say stop punishing the American people and correct the problem. And that's why I think that Russia and China just love the hell out of Cecil because he's just a little educated fool. You could manipulate and use somebody like a little motherfucking puppet once you got him playing that little racist hate game. I see it every motherfucking day here in Memphis and Mississippi, and then you can't tell me no motherfucker otherwise. There's these bunch of Jim Crow ass motherfucker niggas and these white trash, syphilis mind, hate every motherfucking thing and the government, white folks around here. You know what I'm saying? Who are you gonna have to be more afraid of? Accession type of thinking? Or motherfuckers just trying to make a fucking living with some melon in their skin. You see Trump and their family, they run right to our motherfucking enemies to make a deal with Russia. You don't see no black motherfuckers running over there and coming back here talking crazy shit. There might be some running over, but they ain't coming back here talking no crazy shit. Black community will handle that. You know. So Session is just a little motherfucking puppet if he knows it or not. And so are the rest of these little racist ass white motherfuckers. You're a little motherfucking puppet. Your puppet master is over in China, one of them, and the other puppet master is over in Russia. They got y'all dancing to their little motherfucking beat. And reality ain't no place in your world, not in your understanding. And our government is just it's not functioning properly because we're divided by so many different parts that this might the White House, our government might as well be a fucking pizza divided in 8 motherfucking parts when it comes to reality. You got your session reality, often never fantasy motherfucker world where white people are getting pulled over by cops and shot because their headlights are out. Where white teenagers are going to the store at halftime at a sport event on being filmed on TV or whatever, aired on TV. Run to the store, get your Skittle and some tea, and get shot. That's white people. White people can't. Children are getting shot. White people are walking down the motherfucking street on the way to go to the fucking job, getting searched and harassed. Shit. All I gotta do is say, Session, fuck you.